This manga is about ABGs and the simps that will literally clean their filth just to be around them. High schooler Tenichi has a part-time job cleaning houses. One day he encounters Himari, the young business owner and model of her own popular cosmetics brand, Himariz. They end up becoming classmates. Tenichi ends up working for Himari, and slowly a bond between the two of them begins. Along the way, more characters are thrown into the mix. Honoka, Tenichi's childhood friend who holds some lingering feelings for him, and Kana, a social media model who works closely with Himari and is also developing her own feelings towards Tenichi. Even though it's a premise we've seen many times before, it's a really fun manga and one that I think anyone would enjoy. And the mangaka, Genki Ono, has a lot of skill with their pen. The increased fan service by way of Kana feels like a concentrated effort by the mangaka to force attention onto a new character. This is glaringly apparent by chapter 12, which is when modern WSJ manga usually get their footing and blossom or fall apart and get cancelled. In Hima-Ten's case, there's some obvious editorial help at this point, but I think it's more so due to the author wanting to challenge themselves at appeasing an audience while writing a unique story. Chapter 12 of Hima-Ten should be considered a textbook example of how to do reveals in modern romance. That being said, I do feel a lot of calculation, coldness within Hima-Ten at times. Chapter 13 is absolutely what you would expect from a run-of-the-mill author who is following up the introduction of a second or third into a harem. Chapter 13 is spent highlighting Kanai and Himari's best features. The mangaka reintroduces underutilized supporting cast members like Mayu, the quirky flat lolly. Remember her? Stupid fucking lolly. We're reminded of why Tenichi is working so hard while balancing school. Everyone is referring to one another by their full names. It's a typical cool down story that works as a refresher filler chapter. That being said, there are some really sharp moments throughout the series. In chapter 21, Tenichi waxes poetic on Himari's new lipstick product, and he wishes for normal girls to feel as empowered when using it as Himari does naturally. The following chapters also have some poignant mic drops that are highlighted with angular panels and highly detailed art. I do feel at times that chapters end too similarly. I wouldn't mind a cliffhanger every once in a while, but overall, the series is very solid. Admittedly, I'm looking at Hima-Ten so closely because I can tell that Ono wants to take some risk and do something different. This isn't a typical shonen romance, even if it's packaged as such. The art alone is something worth appreciating. Each girl has a particular style, and they all have such unique drip. Himari is what Grace Ya would look like if she shopped at Brandy Melville. Honoka is an urban planet girly who has that one fit that's gonna light the community on fire. Kana is the typical IG model post-pandemic, but with a personality that harkens back to the days of 17 magazine. This manga is a 7 out of 10, one of the stronger romances to come out of 2024. While it does feel familiar at times, it's great to see such attention to detail with fashion and framing in a weekly romance manga. Hope You're Happy Lemon is another Jump manga that does this well, but in a different way, where Lemon reflects the femininity of early 20s university students who are starting to get more comfortable in their own skin. Hima-Ten capitalizes on modern youth culture, putting the beautiful young women on a pedestal, while also showcasing the mids who either try to look like these baddies or can appreciate them from within proximity. It's a real interesting series and one that I hope goes on for a while. Don't miss out.